G'day and welcome to JoeJoeMoto. Tonight I'm going to start doing my steering head bearings. It's not going to be a how-to video because I'm too lazy to do that, so this might just be a little video of me doing it. If you want to know how to do steering head bearings, read the manual or maybe just look at some better people's YouTube videos. Let's get started anyway. Here's my awesome how to. Just take stuff off until you get down to the steering head bearings and then replace them, then put it all back on. Let's start just taking some stuff off, I guess. Let's do that. Cool. So 2 hot tips, don't twist your forks as they come out unless they're super clean, otherwise you end up with scratches all over the fork where they sit in, just like this, because I do it and I don't care. The other thing is, don't leave your brake lines hanging because it's not good for it, just like I am. Don't do that. Cool. Let's keep going and get some more stuff off. Okay, just a bit of hashtag real talk here. If you can swing a spanner, like if you've undone some bolts and things before, give things a go. You know, I often think, what's the worst that could happen? You know, I might strip a bolt, I might get to a point where I just can't do any more. You've got friends, you've got bike shops, I'm sure, around you and whatever. Get to a point where you can't go any further and get someone's help. If not, you crack it out yourself and you feel really good about it. So I'm going to feel really good about myself and keep going. Okay, so you can see how dry and feral they are. Again, they're not terrible, there's no crazy score marks, but while I've got it out I may as well replace the cups and bearings and do them all at once while I'm greasing them. 3 weeks later. Well, it's quite sad really. It's probably 3 weeks since I started this actual job and I'm just getting back to it now. Poor bike sits there all ugly like, and I don't know, it's probably got to be a good month since I've touched it. I think it's about time we got back in and kept going on it and get this job done. When you don't ride, you got no sort of reason to get jobs finished, which is unfortunate. Poor bike. We had to, if you can see it there, we had to grind through the bearing race. So I peeled off the outer parts of it and dropped that off, and then ground through and hit it with a cold chisel until it broke in 2 parts, or not in 2 parts, but broke in that section, and then it was easy to sort of slide off. I saw the physio the other day and got a whole bunch of new exercises. My leg's still not straightening, which is a real problem. You know, my other leg hyperextends and this one just the bad one just won't straighten properly, so I've got a bunch of new exercises and a bunch of new things. I've got to weight my leg while I've got it hanging up, sort of thing, and hopefully it gets a bit better soon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this guy to bash it on, so I'm going to cut through that properly to make it easy to go on and off to bash the new bearing on. So I'll go and do that now. Oh yeah, I got some cool, like I see in the US all the time, they use shop towels, and so I went and bought some shop towels, and hopefully they're cool. So I should stop using old rags and things and start using my shop towels. Oh, I hate doing grease on bearings. I used to work many moons ago in a caravan repair business, and I was just sort of the lackey there. My parents owned the business, It was when I was going through university, and I was constantly doing services on caravans, and so I would be doing wheel bearings after wheel bearings after wheel bearings on caravans. And oh gosh, I just don't like doing it, getting all greasy and whatever. Anyway, at least I know how to do a bearing, and I know how to do lots of cool stuff from working in that industry over many years. Gives you the know-how and the knowledge, because every job is different. So let's grease up a bearing. A brass drift and a stainless steel drift, and for doing bike stuff and whatever and car, you know, these things are invaluable. You got to have a drift. Okay, that goes over that easy enough. Alright, let's start using this drift the way it was designed. Woo! Damn! It's going to take a while, huh? Alright, because this isn't a how-to, I'm going to show you over the Navara really quickly. It's a 2006 Nissan Navara. I think in the US you call them Frontiers. And it's got a 2-inch lift with 31-inch tires, and they're whatever, mud terrain something or others. I don't know too much about four-wheel drives, but it's pretty cool. It's got a 3-inch exhaust, or some sort of exhaust, some sort of aftermarket exhaust. You would have seen if you were watching my Instagrams that I just fitted a cool new stereo to it. I've got a light bar coming for it. I just want to do a few little cool things to, you know, trick it up. For those that watch my stuff all the time, you'll know I'm into cars and whatever else. So I want my stuff to be cool, and I want to make sure that I enjoy driving, because I love driving. And we're just about to go on a huge road trip. So I've just chucked in this cool DVD player. Probably can't show you the music or the footage for too many seconds, but you know, it's cool and I love it. And it's a turbo diesel and makes cool sounds because it's a little rig of a truck. And that's my 2006 Navara. Straight away, ah! And when the bike's about to fall off the stand, ah! Okay, so when the bike's about to fall off the stand, that's when you know it's perfect. My gosh. Alright, so I know this is supposed to be more of a vlog than a how-to, but just another little note here. You can see when I've used a brass drift and it's separated some of the swarf, I guess you'd call it. No, swarf is from drilling. Anyway, you can see little bits of the, when I bashed it, and it's broken bits of the brass off the drift. Just make sure you clean those up really well and get rid of all the little parts, because you don't want that junk going in your bearings. All the little bits and bobs back on now. Front guard and brake caliper and you know, brake lines and headlight and whatever. So it's really just the front wheel, and make sure the steering head bearings the right tension, and we're good to go. Well, that's it. It's all back together. Everything's aligned. I'll just take it for a little putt around test ride a little later, probably in the morning, I guess. So thanks for coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed this little vlog. Not really how-to, but just more of a tinker in the shed with me and just hanging it out. And thanks for all the comments you guys are always dropping. Thanks for all my subscribers. I really appreciate it. And thanks so much for those people who share my videos. It really, really helps out. So I guess I'll see you on the next video, whatever that's going to be.